Welcome back, everybody, to Bloodbath Tactics. It feels good to be back in the chair. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Ben.
Yeah.
We're back at it. I've got Cass over here.
Hey,
Hi, Cass.
what's going on? You've been away for like a month out of the room,
About that, we did Worlds. Things got busy. It's kind of nearing the holidays, so everything's work's a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Life's a little bit crazy. You guys been holding it down without me, and I appreciate that.
We wanted to get one in too. You know,
before the holidays. Well, we got lots to talk about. We got David.
Hello.
Hello,
What's
everybody.
going on?
It's me, David. Mr. David on the ones and twos over here. We, like I said, have a lot to talk about because we just received, what was it, last week on Wednesday? So less than a week ago, the newest data slate for Q4.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Grotmas, everybody.
and it was led up with 6 detachments too.
Yeah, Grotmas was a little bit less exciting this year.
Yeah.
You could say, when instead of getting a detachment every single day, we got 6.
Well, and then we got the data slate, and then it's like Hanukkah. There's been like 8 things.
Oh, 8 crazy nights, more or less, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a good movie. 8 Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler.
Hanukkah
It's a
miss.
good movie.
It's a good movie. I was gonna say.
Grotmaka.
Oh, Grotmaka.
Yeah.
So big, but the biggest thing I think for sure is the data slate. So we got points changes, we got rules changes. We want to go through everything because it's going to influence the game for next quarter, and we're kind of getting into the tail end of 10th. So this is going to be this is important. It's very important.
Yeah, it is. I think all those Grotmist detachments are, for the most part, are really good.
I'm trying to remember what they all are.
pretty sweet.
There's Guard. There's Harlequins.
Blood Angels.
Blood Angels is cool.
Yeah.
CSM got one. Yep, the Night Lords, the
Night Lords.
redone Night Lord one.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't remember what else there is. There's at least 1 or 2 more.
Let us know in the comments.
Get in the comments, everyone.
said 4
We do
there?
we do our homework. We've just listed 4, yes, or 5. I don't know how to
5,
count.
yeah, maybe 5 because of Blood Angels. Yeah, I don't remember.
But anyway, today, guys, we're gonna go. Go ahead, Cass.
It was Space Wolves.
Right, Space Wolves. Got
I
one.
think it's good because I think Space, and this is just my take, but I was actually talking to a few of the guys on the Bloodbath team, and they didn't like it. They prefer Stormlance or Gladius, and I get it.
Sure.
Reactive move is a thing, and then Stormlance, everyone's advanced and charging, and you get the auto advance or the auto reactive. But like Space Wolves isn't inherently a tricky army, and I think that what they suffer from is a lot is the damage and giving sustain to everything, and giving for 3 rounds or 3 battle rounds is pretty sick. Because with Logar
sure.
you get it twice, and there's a strat you can give it for another time.
Right.
So you can actually just really, when you're pushing on somebody, you can actually do something, and then have a little bit of durability after. So
As someone whose only Space Wolves experience since their codex is them playing, what is it, Beast Slayer Saga or whatever it is, the one where you get lethal into all vehicles, and I was playing Knights, I do not think they had a problem with damage, but that was a very unique circumstance. Not your experience may be different from me.
they seem like just average damage.
Sure. Fair enough. We want to go over data slate changes today. We are going to go over kind of the big winners and losers, what factions got hit hard, who got nerfed, who got buffed maybe by virtue of the top dogs taking a hit. We want to go over that's basically it for the meta, I guess, analysis. And then we have a bunch of podcast questions. So those of you who are in the Calgary Championship, Calgary 40K Warhammer Championship, whatever it's called. I know what we're doing. You guys are in our Discord. We get questions from you. A lot about the meta changes and stuff, but just generally about strategy and how we play and how we approach the game and stuff. So we want to make sure we get to your questions at the end of the show. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll cover a little bit more time for this one. There's quite a bit.
There's a lot of questions. The meta is kind of been shaken up a little bit. Maybe not as much as like previous data slates where like they had sweeping rules changes, but still enough changes that people are unsure how things will go. Significant, I would say.
I think it's a testament too to how balanced the format is right now. And if you can make these not necessarily small but smallish tweaks or a smaller data slate that doesn't like bombard you with all these changes, it just means that the game's in a healthy state.
Sure is.
I think that's the main takeaway is that you look at like the spread of win percentages, and sure, AdMech is doing really good. Aeldari are doing really good. Space Marines are, spoiler alert, probably the meta boogeyman for the next quarter, 3 months or so.
I would say the number one, and that Blood Angels detachment's doing well too. So
Yeah, it seems
I don't know
really good.
much about it, but it just seems like a better inheritors. So
Sure. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Inheritors Plus.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, well, let's just get into it then. The big winners, I think, by virtue of not getting really touched at all, was Space Marines and Vitrix Guard. So they did go up some points. What was the actual numbers on Victrix 6-man?
Vitrix went from 220 to 260
Okay, so 40
for a
point increase.
6-man, and then for a 3-man, I want to say it went from 130 to 120.
Yeah, it went down. I think, if I remember correctly, seeing the numbers, to be exactly half of what the 6-man is proper.
Yep.
Which seems wild. I think people were expecting the points change seems to make sense. They probably could have taken another 10 points and nobody would care. I think people were kind of expecting a rules change somewhere in there. It's like they have probably like one too many rule. Like maybe we get rid of the -1 to wound or something. It just seems kind of wild that they're still in their state. Have you guys had a lot of experience playing into them?
No, I haven't played.
Yeah,
much.
we kind of haven't
Played
seen them.
like maybe 5 games into
okay.
Ultramarines Vitrix Guard.
That's a lot more. I think I had one.
Yeah, it's a really good army, but with the points increases, even before the points increases, there's not a lot of stuff in the list. You have, if you run 2 bricks and Giliman, that's like over 1,000 points right there between 3 units. And so then you have like a couple vehicles, some supporting units, maybe one other like damage unit, and that's the list. So as soon as you get rid of some skirmish units, now you have to put Vitrix Guard on objectives, and sure, they're a pain in the ass, but I mean, it's not a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair say. I think the key, it almost feels like when Necrons were playing like immortal Wraith bricks, right?
Yeah.
Sure, you can't kill them. A lot of people just can't kill them straight up, but they're super expensive, right? Like not a lot of Necron lists are running double Wraith bricks. Sometimes you see it in the Star Shatter, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, the Vitrix Guard are killable. Like they're not.
Yeah, they for sure are.
They're not killable.
Then
I think the format can be. There's a lot of units in general in the meta that are really killy, and you just got to make sure you're focusing fire on the certain ones. Right.
I agree with you entirely. That's kind of been my experience. I've only had one game into them so far, and it was Alex in the tournament, and he was only running 1 brick, and I kind of had the good tech to just kill him, which it did happen. I battle shocked him with a Psychomancer. You're a Psychomancer. Thank you, Cass. So they couldn't Blood Surge, and then I blasted him with a Doomsday Arc.
Oh wow!
It was the perfect situation. That always doesn't happen, but I tend to agree with you that like they can just die. Why do you think people are so upset about them? Like that's all you hear about online right now.
So when you're in a Gladius, there's a few things. I think it's the rules of Ultramarines that really kind of buff it. So generally, Ultramarines are going to be running in Gladius detachments.
Sure.
I mean, some are in Stormlands, sure.
Yep.
But in the Gladius detachment, you get the reactive move, same as Stormlands. You get you don't need the -1 to win that you would get in that Blade of Ultramar detachment. So then you actually get to have fight on death with them.
Auto fight on death for 2 CP.
Auto fight on death with 2
Right.
CP, and if Gilliman's around, it's 1 CP. The reactive to Blood Surge is another combo that's
That's
quite
true. That is
annoying,
kinda crazy
for a lot of and then you also have access to AOC. So on this 2-up armor, having AOC is quite huge. It does stifle some of the damage coming in. Then, I mean, this is if you have a Brute, like you don't have to. But say you have hit rerolls on, like, you get the extra attack, extra strength. Your attacking unit, you get full hit rerolls just to get everything in.
Right.
And then 1 weapon, which is 6 attacks for the Sergeant, has a twin linked one. AP -2, 2 damage. Like, you're doing 36 attacks when you go off on them with all full rerolls almost, like except on the wounds, right? But
Yeah.
like, and it's +1 a wound. So strength 6 +1 a wound is pretty much, it's a good break point to kill a lot of things. You're trading just so efficiently. And if you oath defensively and then you blood surge into that thing, it's going to die.
And you fight the hell out of it.
And then I don't even think you mentioned advanced charge, fallback, shoot, and charge. Their shooting's actually, not terrible either. It's a lot of 2 damage shots.
Yeah, when like I said, I kind of compared it to the Wraith bricks with the Technomancer, but those don't hit a fraction of as hard as Vitrix Guard hits. So I guess that's probably the main issue, is that not only are they crazy durable, and it's hard to get a good activation in them, but they will also smack you in the mouth.
Another thing is like you have four or five good characters to choose from, depending on what tool you want to bring
True.
into your toolbox.
Yeah.
You could like bring Calgar for extra durability and extra damage. You can bring Sicarius for scout and I forget what else. Or you can bring Ventress for Vectora. It's like there's so many tools you can choose from. It's crazy.
And can't they just go with like a captain anyway and just like give them like free CP
Free
stuff?
CP,
It's
which
like-
is
which
a
is
1
bonkers.
CP fight on death.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah. It is just a convergence of like too many good rules, kind of just like crisscrossing.
Exactly.
It covers all their basics, right?
Yeah.
And-
literally all your bases.
And like I said, like in Gladius, like you get the fight on death, but in Stormlance, you get the advanced charge, fallback charge, auto react 6 to then blood surge.
yeah. Crazy.
So
Okay.
like there's just too much going on with them that supports this pretty good profile already. That's probably undercosted anyway.
Sure.
I think it's undercosted because of the rules that are supporting it.
Right.
Now, if
Yep.
it was just like, yeah, I don't know, in a Tyranid army, like it'd be like whatever.
Right. In a vacuum, it doesn't
Yeah.
look that crazy. Even with a character, it doesn't look that crazy. But
Yeah.
because you have this convergence of detachment rules and +1 to wound and oath and da-da-da, it just keeps fucking rolling over and over and over.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
that
now
makes
if you
sense.
bring the same list, you're up at 80 points, more than 80 points.
Sure.
What else went up?
A bunch of stuff went up.
Yeah.
A whole bunch
So
of
you
stuff.
lose a unit. So it's probably reasonable.
Right,
Nerf.
right. Because as you were kind of saying maybe before we started recording, like it's not cheap to run double Vitrix Guard, right? You said double Vitrix and Gorilla Man. That's for you, Ryan. Is 1,000 ish?
Over 1,000 points.
Over 1,000.
Yeah.
I think you drop Gillen.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That seems nuts. You think that's it? Hey, because what Giliman is 350 or something like that, or
340.
340.
For a 9 or 10 wound model.
Yeah.
That is a 2-up, 4-up, lone op, but he'll just die to like grenades and stuff. And then half the time, well, it's a third of the time he doesn't come back up, but it always seems like it's more than a third of the time. I've
sure.
seen him not come up more
basically
than he has
50-50.
come up.
Yeah.
Right?
And then in a meta where you're trying to target Vitrix Guard, well, those things also kill Gorilla Man just as easy.
Pretty good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough. Hey, that seems crazy that you drop him because he just seems so good. Like double oath is crazy good in my experience. But again, I'm also coming from a Knights player's background, and being able to oath 2 of my things is the worst. It's like a nightmare scenario for me. So, yeah, not everything. I guess double oath doesn't always get the value that it kind of could.
Yeah.
In other matchups, so that does make sense.
I guess, would you not want maybe Gorilla Man if you feel like you're going to be facing the mirror more? Because
Ooh, good question. What's his strike in combat? It's like got to be 6 at least, right?
I think it's 7 attacks that are like damage 4, but
Is it
you know,
damage
like
but
from my
double oath can win the matchup.
sure.
That's what I mean. Sorry to interrupt.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. He's a lot of points. 340 is a lot.
Yeah, he's not cheap
Yeah.
for sure. Interesting. Okay, so then with all that said, Vitrix Guard are very strong. Convergence of a billion different rules, making them extremely valuable. Is our Space Marines is Ultramarines just top dog in the meta right now? Are they the S tier army?
Go ahead, Cass.
I would, looking at it as a whole, sure. I don't think we have the relevant data.
Sure, we were early
There's no
days, yeah.
tournaments going on, but sure. Like if you look at it, like all those rules combined, and I do this, and I do that, and I do this, I think that's adjustable to like any other meta that's gonna form. So like, oh, this army's the best. Okay, well
Yeah.
we'll just do this, and
Oh,
you're just
sure,
like this.
sure.
You're like this great toolkit that's also just overwhelmingly powerful. Like you can just actually just shove
Yep.
too, which is like something that's kind of annoying.
Ultramarines are tools. You heard it here.
Yeah, they're just tools.
A bunch of blue tools.
Yeah, but you know, I think, and I don't know this because I haven't tested anything, but you know, I heard the Blood Angels detachment too is a good counter to them. It just eats up Vitrix Guard real
Interesting. I don't know enough about it.
good.
I haven't seen it in action yet.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up the real. I can't remember what it is. I read skimmed it a few times, and then I just heard chatter online saying like, "Oh, they're really good into Victrix cards." Like, oh, okay. Well,
Interesting.
why? Even if you fight on death, you're probably only trading up with like a 5 or 10 man death company, which is like whatever.
I think
Right.
it's just a matter of they have more stuff. Their smaller units can punch into Vitrix really well and trade, and they can skirmish better. So I think they'll just basically attrition on points, and
That
When
makes
it-
sense.
think that's why.
Okay, that makes sense.
When it comes to a team atmosphere, you never not bring Ultramarines though. Like if you're bringing Space Marines, you're probably just bringing Ultramarines. Like, is there?
Would you want Blood Angels instead? You only
I
get
guess
one Space Marine.
that's fair. I guess it whatever fits into your team composition better,
Totally.
right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Would you want Space
So they're not so good that you would automatically bring them in a team. It would still kind of be dependent, I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
That makes sense.
There's definitely a few armies. If we're gonna get to that kind of question, like I think World Leaders is like a must.
I would tend to agree.
In teams for sure.
Yeah, I think you
That's
have
so
to have
scary.
a World Leaders player.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
teams.
because it just changes your pairings like wild. You're like, there's doomsday scenarios for so many armies. If they get anywhere near the world leaders, you kind of just have to like make your
Yeah.
matrix make sense.
Can we talk about world eaters now?
Hell yeah!
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Do you play World Leaders?
You're kind of sitting in Fraser's spot. You got his energy coming through you.
I'm not
Is he even good at World Leaders?
Hey, what do you mean? Hey, wait.
He didn't even paint them.
It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Talk world leaders. What you got?
The list, I can't remember the exact number, but it went up enough points where you have to drop a spawn. And that's significant.
Well, they did go up, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you went up on the Juglord. You went up on the Helm. What else went up?
Yeah, the helm is like 45 points or something now. It's a crazy expensive.
The
enhancement.
Slaughterbound.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Berserker Glaive. And you had all of those things in a list.
Maybe the Berserker Glaive went up to 45. Something crazy. Yeah.
35. Yeah.
35. Crazy.
And there's a lot of +1 attack, +1 damage enhancements in the game, and none of them are 35 points.
God, no.
Yep. So both those enhancements went up to 35 points. So just in enhancements, you're paying 70 points. The Slaughterbound went up, I want to say 15 points.
15, yeah.
So that's 85 points. The Juglord, I want to say, went up 15 points as well. So that's 90 points. The good news is that now you just don't take any enhancements. So you it's like you have an extra 70 points.
Interesting. What isn't helm on the Demon Prince is just so good though, right?
Yeah, it is really good.
Can't
You
have it all,
probably
right?
take that one, but
Yeah,
you,
and
you
then
can
just skip
justify
Berserker
it.
Glaive?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
justify dropping the
How much
glaive.
are spawn?
90
7?
points.
They're 90 now.
Yes.
Wait, have they all been 90? Or they went up?
Yeah, they went up last data slate.
Are you talking
okay.
Berserker spam list, or are you talking about the generalist list?
I mean, the generalist list is now taking like the 20 Berserker brick.
Yeah.
120 with
110,
Juggerlord?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally at least.
Okay.
But in teams, you'll probably still see like 50 Berserkers. I would think that's still the
Yeah,
list.
such a nightmare. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
100%.
Assuming WTC train.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
You just got to baby their pairings and get them into that Super L. And
yeah, they're little princesses. But
I mean,
it's worth princessing.
Luckily,
It's-
luckily
only
they
20.
have a lot of princess matchups. They have a lot.
Oh, for sure.
It's like 75% of the matchups they can like pull off a 20.
Yeah, they're terrifying. They are definitely terrifying. I don't hear enough people talking about world leaders, except for Fraser, obviously. But I think they're underrated in the general meta.
They they're not so much a singles army. They're a very S tier teams army.
Singles are still
Yeah.
pretty fucking good.
They're still good.
You
Yeah.
can just grind out a bad matchup sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. World leaders. Other big. I guess we talked about a couple ones that maybe. I guess world leaders got hit, so that was like a nerf. What's another one that did well in the data slate? Who got buffed?
Carnifexes?
Carnifexes randomly got like a 20,
trash.
25 point buff. There's
still
somebody
trash.
got buffed. Who got buffed? There was a few that got knocked down.
Well, Lords of Change got buffed pretty significantly.
That was actually a good buff.
This is
yeah,
a good
hell
segue.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they went from D3 damage to flat 3.
I
three.
played a Team Germany player playing Scintillating Legion at Worlds before that buff. They're cracked. I thought I came out of that game thinking that was the best army in the game, and now suddenly their birds are flat 3 damage instead of D3 damage.
Yeah.
And this is a very dumb question, but I forgot to look it up. Scintillating Legion is the demon detachment or T-Sun's detachment?
It's a Tzeentch demon.
It's the Tzeentch
detachment.
demons. Okay, got it.
Everybody has access to their rules. I would encourage you to like look through the rules and just be mind boggled.
Yeah, because there's like weird kind of pseudo indirect. There's 6-inch deep strike.
Free
there's,
rerolls.
Yeah, well, the reroll mechanic is interesting. So I was talking to Evan actually about it at the last tournament. I was like, it almost seems like the mechanic would be even because if I get a reroll, you get a reroll, and it kind of like is even. But the Scintillating Legion player gets to use those dice for more than just random rerolls, and they can use it for damage and like other more stuff. So it's not actually even. They're quite advantaged.
It's a fun matchup because you end up playing like this mini game and this like little poker game with your opponent. Like, should I use these free tokens for rerolls, knowing they'll help my opponent? And by turn 4, there's so many in play
It just doesn't
that
matter.
everybody's just re-rolling every single activation. Like, I re-roll all my saves. All the tokens go to my opponent. My opponent re-rolls all his hits and wounds. They come back to me. Their volume is so high that even if you're re-rolling all your saves, it does not matter. There's just so much damage in the list.
That's cool. I have no experience into it yet. I'm very curious. I'm scared of it because I keep hearing it be hyped up. What's the list? Like two chickens, a bunch of flamers.
So you got 2 chickens.
Yeah.
You have Kairos.
Right. Of
You
course,
have
Kairos,
a demon prince who takes an enhancement, and he gets a lot of attacks, and there's a CP that you use every turn. It adds +3 strength and +1 AP to a unit in shooting or melee. So the demon prince goes up to like a lot of attacks at strength 13 -4, 3 damage.
Jesus Christ.
So it picks up Vitrix Guard like nothing else.
Well, I was going to say 3 damage doesn't feel great, but it's still very good.
AP4.
Yeah, AP4 feels great. AP4, mind you, in cover
I'm an
and with
AOC.
AOC, it's only a 2-up, but or 4-up, I should say. But
And this is coming from like a 180 point model
right, that's very fair. Yeah, right.
With rerolls.
with 3 rolls. And
Crazy.
then you take some screamers because there's a enhancement in that detachment that lets you the enhancement is on a order change. It lets you pick a unit within 6 or 12, and then you can draw line of sight from that unit. So what you do is you string out a bunch of screamers very far, and the screamers have a 2-inch tail that you can rotate. So you get an extra 2 inches from the tail, and then you can draw line of sight from that tail, like behind an L, and draw line of sight into it. And because you draw line of sight from that model, you don't get cover against it if you can see the entire base. So you have a Lord of Change that gets the full profile. You spend a CP for +3 strength and +1 AP. So it's whatever that profile is at AP2. It's sustained hits D3. Oh, also, if you run them in a T-Suns detachment, because they get the Cabal, they get reroll hits and extra
Right.
AP.
Sure.
Yeah, Twist of Fate.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Twist
could
of
go to
Fate,
AP3 rerolling hits, sustained hits D3.
Ignoring cover.
They wouldn't ignore cover in the.
Oh, no, because they wouldn't have
T-Suns.
screamers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
Wild.
God.
Yeah,
Wild.
it's-
Okay, so
it's
Scintillating
I mean,
goofy.
they
Legion.
don't need to ignore cover.
Be
They have
scared.
AP. They have extra
People
AP. Yeah.
need. I luckily in Calgary, not a lot of people play
Mm-hmm.
Scintillating Legion, but a few do. But if you travel outside of Calgary, you'll have to learn that detachment.
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Yeah, I appreciate the heads up. Everybody watch out. Scintillating
Watch
Legion.
out.
That sounds terrifying, actually. It's horrifying.
That's great. I love it.
It's
Jeez,
cool.
no
it's
just-
Yeah,
really
I love
cool.
when
No.
meta shift up like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it-
it's existed for a while, but it just needs a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need a little bit of
It was
sauce.
good before, and now it's. I think the list went up like 50 points because they had to make the unit more expensive because they went up to damage
Yes,
3.
right. Yeah, they did increase it. That's right. Yeah, geez, running like any 3-wound models with no invuln, ooh, terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Kate Demons, good winner.
All right, Death Shroud. Coming out.
I mean, yeah, Death Shroud, still good.
I actually think Death Guard are in a decent spot right now, too.
Yeah. What?
If we consider the Victrix Guard thing, like if we're
Okay.
looking at that meta, we kind of toying around the list with Buddy Stu. He's the one been testing it. I just haven't had time to play. But
enough, Stu.
it's
Good
a
luck, Stu.
lot of like it's double Plague Marines, and they'll have a combination of like fight first, sustained 5s, crits 5s. But the biggest thing about that list is the -1 damage. Right, so if you need to fight first -1 damage, like Victrix Guard just aren't killing anything. They aren't killing Plague Marines.
Sure.
With that volume, they wouldn't pick up 10 Plague Marines.
No,
Really, eh?
no.
I would worry about...
And with fight first too, right? So you're also hitting first.
Do you take Morty in that?
No.
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 Skip Morty.
And then you still have the Death Shroud. You still got blow drones, if like any number of those. Like it's a weird combination, but looking at it like as a meta as a whole, like it's not a terrible. And like with the OC that the Plague Marines offer, like it's significant. Like you're not going to be taking points from you, right?
Sure.
And like Plague Marines do melt, but that's why the -1 damage is such a huge thing.
Yeah, it helps
And
a
that
lot.
10-man brick. Well, you guys have seen it. Like when I was running rampant in the summer, you know what that 10 member can
It
do.
erases anything.
Yeah.
It's that hasn't changed. It's still the same.
Sure.
It's still the same profile.
I thought when you said Death Shroud and Death Guard and stuff, I was like, I would be cautious about running lots of Death Shroud because if people are teching against Vitrix Guard, they will for sure deal with Death Shroud.
100%.
Right. So, but if you're saying Plague Marines are actually the play, that makes a lot more sense. That seems a lot more.
You still have the Death Shroud because like
yeah, they're still good. Obviously,
you still want the
you just
6-inch
don't lean
I
crazy.
complain about the 6-inch deep strike a lot. Like it does suck. You have to have the 1 CP kind of around just to make sure you bank it, but they're still good because they initiate the game. Like if I just sit on a point with some Plague Marines but fight first, and you don't want to do anything, well, I'll initiate the game with my Death Shroud and getting you to come out.
Yeah.
And they're great trade pieces like that, right? So
And you don't have to take 6 of them. 3 of them will do the job.
100%.
Exactly.
To do that job for initiation, lovely, great.
right? And
Yeah.
with LOC too, like okay, he comes back and then he's even more annoying, right? Like it's just like this
Yeah.
constant, and then it forces you to also come that much closer to me, which is where any Death Guard player wants you to be, right? And having sticky across the detachment forces them to come out too.
That's right.
That's
right.
There's a lot of things.
Are you switching?
I'm always switching, man. I'm switching back and forth. There's actually a few
juggling.
sister things that I've been. Sisters are the ones I've been grinding though for the last little while.
Sure.
How
Sure.
did they change?
They got nerfed. Points nerfs.
Yeah, pretty much every important unit that everyone was running, every combo, got hit. So the Sacristants all went up to 200 points as opposed to 180 with the Hospitaller, because the Hospitaller went up 10 and then Sax went up 10 for the 10 man. So it's at 200 points now for units that were for detachments running 3 of them, like say Champions of Faith. That's quite significant. That's 60 points. Rets also went up quite a bit. I thought it was a little heavy-handed. 15 a pop. That was quite a bit. So now they're 120 because they're still fragile. Like they died at like any kind
it's
of
just
Overwatch.
5
It's just
T3 models.
Yeah.
They're 5
They
battle
hit like a
sisters.
truck though, so I mean, I get why they got tapped, but yeah, that's
Yeah, like they should go up. I just didn't think 120 was
Sure.
the stop.
For
And
5
Sanctifiers went up too because like every list was running them because they're such an annoying thing. But it's funny because I actually disagree with the Sanctifiers going up because because we'll get into it. They nerfed Eldar so hard. That's why Sanctifiers were good. Because when you have 8 Flamers,
Sure,
they're
yeah.
great,
right.
right? But now when you nerf Eldar so hard, where you don't really need as much Flamers or access to Flamers, like the Sanctifiers aren't going to be really a problem.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair.
Vol went up 15 points, which I thought was like, why? Like you like every army needs like that one piece, like their Canis Rex or whatever it is, to be good. And like Volagons are that unit. Like, yes, she does absurd damage. Yes, she's insane. But like, what's that 15 points gonna do? You just now annoyed. Like, it's what, like you don't take an enhancement somewhere, or like it's just awkward points. Like her 15 points. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm totally cool with them getting
fine with
that. You are
lady.
correct. You want to be able to have the centerpiece. It's she's literally going to be in literally every sisters list. But again, from Games Workshop brain, they're like, this is in literally every single sisters list. It probably needs to go up in points. It kind of makes sense to me. You probably would pay another 30 points. You just
how
you'd
many?
be upset
What-
about it.
would still pay it.
You would
What's
just,
she at?
You just be upset.
Was it 190 now?
190 plus the
I
guns
paid like 220
for just her. Wait,
220,
190.
220 is the Paragons.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So 190 is just her, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
It was 175.
Yeah, because she comes back.
When one
so
detachment.
fine.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
It's
yeah,
fine.
fair enough.
Well, but now you just run that detachment now, right? Like now you're forcing you force us away from and again, if you look at all the ones that just got hit, like that's Champions of Faith, which is just one list that Jack
Yeah, I
Harpster
was
did
gonna say
well
Jack's
at
list.
Worlds.
Right.
Yes, the list is oppressive. It's quite good, but like you just hit that list and then you just like annoyed the other ones.
Right.
With some of the stuff. Like I get Sacristan should have been up at 180. Yes, they're a little cheap for what they do. Another one that I actually agree with is Dominions went up to 120 for the 10 man,
Right.
As opposed to the 115.
Which was the same price as just normal sisters.
No, normal sisters are 105, but that
okay.
was the whole point. Like you can up 10 more points, I can upgrade
it
the
was
Dominions.
kind of insignificant.
So now at 15 points, it kind of feels a little bit more like it's impactful.
Gotcha.
To the list, and I don't think there's anything else that really went up that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So overall, like in terms of sisters, they did get nerfed. Their list kind of have a little less stuff, but you can just they have such good data sheets that and the codex is so deep that you can kind of move around with. Like,
100%.
so say Sacrosants now at 200. Well, you could downgrade them to a 10-man Arco and still probably have a similar durability and similar damage, right? But more speed. So it's like it's just a little different.
It doesn't feel like you lose a lot in the average Sisters list. Sure, Jack Harpster's list went up probably like 200 points, but like
120.
Right. Okay. That's not even that bad actually. Everybody else list,
you just lose a Ret Squad,
which is
again,
not nothing, right? Yeah.
Against Vitrix Guard, it's kind of something, right? So you have to kind of consider.
But the average Sisters list went up what? Maybe
80 points, 60, 80,
something like that.
Yeah. They're still relevant, and their rules didn't change, which is a good thing.
They got some good rules in there.
They got some good rules.
They got some good
rules.
Spicy rules.
I think like in the Sisters chat, like we're all talking, like it's Halo Mars is probably the way, but I still think there's a champion face list. I still think there's a Bringer of Faith or Bringer Flame. These are very meta dependent, all three, but there's 3 good lists that you can kind of go for, and it's really, first of all, do you have the models for it? And the next is, what's your meta like?
Yep.
If you feel like Castigators are going to be doing damage, I don't. Especially in a Vitrix Guard world, I don't think Castigators do shit.
Sure.
No,
they're good otherwise, but not against that matchup, right?
Well, it comes to the problem, and me and Dave were talking about right before, is that when you're going against Vitrix Guard and you're doing a combined arms kind of like what Castigators would fit in, say you shoot that in the AOC, so there's like no damage, then they get a blood surge and they're out of combat and you can't shoot them. You have to have like a focused shooting platform to do enough damage to them that their blood surge or whatever they're going to do after is less impactful.
Fair.
Like you don't want to just like, hey, I want the extra AP, so I'm going to shoot with Castigator first. Yeah. Blood surge dead.
You do layer buffs.
Or they react or whatever.
Yeah.
And they hide away from your triple Castigator shots.
Yeah. Sisters really like to layer their buffs. It's a problem when you get one shot and then they move away. That's a problem.
Well, that's it. So like you just want to have that one shot and make sure
just have that.
And like you can't react out of this one, you're done, right?
Sure.
Or at least hurt.
Yeah. Fair.
So
Fair.
It's been a lot of testing. I ran a list last Friday. Had a fun match. I hated it, so I'm gonna just go back to the drawing board. It was like 20 Arcos, and there's a 3-man Arco to kind of like run the back, and then like there's like Immolators and Doms, and it just sucked.
Didn't feel good, hey?
Yeah.
I didn't like it, so I got to go back to it, and it just like anyways. So there's lots
Sisters definitely took a nerf, like without doubt a nerf. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, Champions of Faith is still good though. I think Champions still pretty good.
Good.
You know what else took a nerf?
Who?
The Endless Gift.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So it's been plaguing us Calgarians.
Plaguing us.
Oh fuck.
Actually,
better part of the
has
year.
anybody checked on Jake? Is he okay? Like I haven't heard from him. Like is he good?
He does not change his list. He gets 10 more points
He's
now.
like,
I hope he's listening because we were in the semifinals of the Champs League.
That's true. Well, yeah, we forgot to mention that too. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
played the semifinals, and he was playing against my sisters, and he was table turn 3.
Ooh.
That is all.
And then he got nerfed.
And then he got nerfed
the
to
double whammy. Oh, hey, you sucked, and then you suck more now. You don't suck, Jake. We love you, but yes, and this gift is a big one.
Are you playing with the updated rules in the Champs League?
No.
Oh,
Pause.
So I got to go against the Aeldari.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Right. Well, we've been tiptoeing around it. Let's talk about Aeldar finally, because Aeldar, I think, got hit the hardest.
Could you pass me a beer before you do that?
I can for sure pass you a beer.
Cool. Aeldar did get hit the hardest, but I think it's deserved. There was
absolutely.
There's a lot of unfair rules that they have, and mainly it's just the fire fade, go back and transport bullshit.
Yeah.
That's mainly it. Like that's the biggest problem.
Yep. I played Frazier with that, and that Fire Dragon unit, I want to say killed 1,500 points.
Guaranteed.
I'm not exaggerating. I was tabled that game. It killed 1,500 points worth of stuff.
And you couldn't touch it.
I couldn't do anything. I could not do a thing about it.
That's the whole thing.
That shouldn't exist.
So that doesn't exist anymore. For those who are not familiar with it, they basically made it like, isn't the rule like if they were eligible to fight, then they can still do the fade back into a transport or something like that? They basically made it not possible. Because I know the 2 detachment had a similar rule. One got tweaked that you just can't go into vehicles at all. One made it, I think, that you can like have a chance if you also fought, but it's not how that's not how it works. That's not how you use it, right?
Fight with Fugan, kill a thing,
Yes.
go back.
It's not a thing, right?
So you can't go out then back in. You cannot star engines and then come out.
Right. There's also that. I was surprised they hit star engines as well.
It's good. We like this.
But without the
Yes.
fire and fade, star engines is not as good.
It's
I guess-
just like it gets you to where you need to be to stage.
Sure, but you can still
and
just. I mean, you can still just.
now
give
they
them two.
have to play honest Warhammer.
Good.
Fair.
Good. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. So no more fire and fade shenanigans. Some points increases. Fire dragons got hit again. Eldar got hit again. There was a couple weird ones like was it Guardian Defenders got like hit or something like that. Like it's weird stuff.
I think like Fraser's list, the aspect host is aspect host, right? Or is it Warhammer?
Yeah.
It's
I think
aspect.
he was running aspect.
It went up like 130 points.
Yeah,
and the
Lickus
rules
went
nerf.
up. Lickus went up.
Yep.
I think Warp Spiders went up as well.
So you lose like a unit and a half.
Oh,
Sort of thing.
at least, and
And-
the big shenanigans that you just played around.
So it's a completely different list because you probably don't take 10
Completely
fire
different
dragons
list,
now.
which is probably Harlequins are back on the menu. Boys.
I think we did a segue to your commissioned, beautifully commissioned
I
army.
know, I can't wait. They've been sitting, like Ghost of the Webway was playable, but not like in a competitive sense. It just didn't have enough. Harlequins suffer from lack of damage, and the new Serpent's Brood detachment gives us that damage. It's not super consistent. It's a little bit swingy because it is just sustained pretty much on everything if you play it right most of the time. Which means it's kind of like +1 to hit. Like we're kind of hitting on 2s, but you can spike and you can miss. It's just kind of a little bit weird, but it feels a lot better. Because when you get out a unit of 5 troops and a troop master, and you're shooting 3 fusion pistols at something, and you get 1 sustained, and then you get it all kind of like adds up, right? It's
Shooting too. That's nice.
if the rule is basically mounted in vehicles always have sustained Harlequin vehicles, and then if you disembarked from a transport in that turn, you get sustained on just everything. So combat, shooting, whatever.
Nice.
Combine that with some movement shenanigans, where obviously we still have the Eldar tokens. We can still do all the stuff they can do. We lost star engines, but whatever, it is what it is. The big ones are there's a fire and fade, and maybe the bigger one is like the fight and fade. So keep an eye out for Skyweavers, the Harlequin bikes, because the strat is only for bikes and vehicles, mounted in vehicles, which means it's pretty much just the bikes. But the bikes themselves have haywire on them, so they can put out some damage into vehicles. And then their melee profile is 4 attacks, strength 6, AP 2 for 2 with sustained. And you run a unit of 4. So what's that? 16 attacks.
Hitting on 2s or 3s?
Hitting on 3s sustained.
Effectively
6, 2, 2.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Oh, for
most
sure, because
things.
the play is like come out, shoot something, hopefully kill that thing, charge something that you will kill. Once you're no longer engagement range, you get to make a normal move for a strat, which can be tokened, so it's 16 inches to get the fuck out of there.
That's cool.
A lot of cool stuff. So I don't know if Harlequins will be like the way to play Eldar going forward, but the new detachment is way, way better than the old one. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's tough. Like, I'm a dumb player. I'm not the brightest player in the world. I play Knights and I play Necrons. I stat check you. I say, here's my stuff. I dare you to kill it.
He's learning. He's
I'm
learning
a
to play
dummy.
the game.
It's so funny. It's like as you evolve as a player,
yeah.
like you go into like these tricksy armies, and you're like, oh my god, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
My whole Warhammer
Wait,
career.
I have to think in
Yeah.
this game?
Like when I went from Death Guard to Sisters, I was like, whoa,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Grey
Right?
Knights to World Eaters was, yeah.
yeah.
I can't just drop things 9 inches away. And, yeah.
I can't be anywhere at any time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I actually have to like stage properly, trade.
Yeah.
It's,
oh my god, now I'm this, and then you just level up though, right?
Yeah, and
100%.
now my movement phase in my Grey Knight army is not just like hiding in a corner waiting to uppy downy.
right.
Right, yeah, you're actually using math
Yeah.
to solve your problems.
I can go 5 inches, and then that makes me a 6-inch charge.
You can't get me good in my 4 pinball.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think Eldar, similar to kind of Sisters, is like, or any of like Space Marines, whatever. Like these factions that have super like lots of depth in their codex. There's enough stuff in there that someone will probably find another good list in Aspect or Warhost or Seer Council or whatever.
They should.
I would be very surprised if Harlequins is like the next big Eldar boogeyman, because we would have probably needed to see some points reductions in Harlequins. If we had gotten like whatever 5 points off of troops and like 10 points off the bikes, if we had seen a few hits like that, I would say they're probably the next big dogs, but we didn't. So they'll still be just a good army, not like the meta boogeyman by any means.
Eldar's a deep book. Like, there's a lot of units, so there's
sure.
definitely lists there. There's definitely
100%.
some good lists, like some bike lists or,
And battle focus inherently too is just a very, very powerful army
It is
rule.
good.
Yeah.
Super good.
Like just turning off Overwatch is just so dumb.
So good.
It's so good. And
Yeah.
the 2-inch movement.
You
Like
have
that's
to
all good.
Whenever I roll up to people, I'm like, hey, I have 3 reactive moves you need to be aware of. Shoot me, I move. Fall back, I move.
Yeah.
And in Harlequins, you still have a move within 9, I move.
It's D6 plus 1 because you're not in Warhost, right?
Correct. D6 plus 1 on the fallback and when you shoot me. But the Harlequin infantry one is just flat 6 and can be 8 and can be used on the solitaire. That's the fun play. Moving out the solitaire, move within, you get. Anyways,
Go back into a boat. Yeah.
get back into a boat and all that good stuff. So
Cool.
we'll see. Eldar, we're in, I think, a we'll see situation.
On the note too, I just want to. I'll bring it back to sisters here. Just one thing about.
Just can't help
Well,
himself.
because you were talking about sustained and shooting with
Yeah.
Meltas.
Mm-hmm.
How I tabled him on turn 3 was I gave in Champions of Faith you can give Morven sustained in shooting and in fighting.
Sure. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you sustain Meltas on an endless gift.
It's pretty good. Turns out it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah. So like I just
Meltas.
like when you mentioned like, oh, fusion pistol sustained, I was like, oh yeah, I felt that drug.
Yeah.
Giving sustained to Morven is that's absurd.
In melt range, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. Oh, you get to reroll damage anyways, don't you?
Reroll
No
hits.
real hits.
Okay, well,
you can
that's
use
why
auto-
you have miracle
But
dice.
you can use an auto 6.
Yeah. It doesn't auto 6 again.
Or whatever.
Oh, God. It's so dirty.
It's great.
Cool. That's
anyways,
Eldar. I think, well, and then I guess the one big kind of like meta boogeyman, certainly at Worlds, props to Siegs for taking down the whole thing with AdMech. AdMech saw a ton of points changes, pretty much hitting his list, the World's winning list, but no rules changes like at all. I don't think they touched anything.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think
Which-
that's fine.
Because this went up like 200 points though. I
They
think.
went up a lot.
Yeah, as
which
it
is fine.
should, because there's a lot of stuff in that list. So it just needs less stuff. It's not like the rules are obscene. Like sure, the last chickens are
I think they're
good,
fucking
but again,
crazy.
if you just spike 4-up invols, then that's a 240 point unit
they're not
that
cheap.
has done nothing. You know, it just sits there until everything else dies. Right. I think everything is pointed fine. I don't think you're going to see AdMech crushing people like they were.
Fair enough. I think like a 200 point hit to a list is enough.
And
that could be true.
That list Siegler ran, nobody runs that because to run that list is like $3,000.
Oh, sure.
It's like
yeah.
it's a ridiculously expensive list to buy the models.
Yeah, but 3D printing is a thing.
Sure.
I think 3D
We're not
printing.
sponsored by GW. Yeah, 3D printing.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. Not that we wouldn't be.
No. If you guys
But
want
every
to talk.
AdMech most AdMech lists you saw at Worlds were like balanced AdMech
Sure,
lists.
sure.
You know.
Right before, I do want to mention one more army. I think we kind of covered most of it before we get into questions. I do want to carve more time for questions.
Sure.
The one thing, I was talking to David about this at the beginning, with all the changes that happened, with the big boogeymen getting hit and some didn't, getting buffs too. I think one army that didn't get touched really, got a few point decreases, that is really well suited in the meta is I think Grey Knights. I think Grey
Interesting.
Knights become this like kind of this dominating force a little bit in the meta. They have their 2-up armor. They have that elite stance, but then with the mobility that they have and the weight of dice, it's I think they're good now.
Yeah. The amount of times, like I'll say it's been 3 times where I've had fire dragons come out, split fire 3 dread knights and kill every single dread knight. That has happened 3 times in 3 separate games.
Jesus.
So now that's not a thing I need to worry about.
Well, having said that, you do need to worry about it. It's just going to be a one-time thing, right? They're going to go and do it once, and that's it.
Yeah,
you
I
won't set
don't
that
think
up.
people run it anymore. But who knows?
Probably not, I guess.
But yeah, they do seem poised to do well. I've been doing pretty well with them, but it's hard to say. The meta's going to completely
Yeah,
change.
we're kind of in the air right now, yeah.
Yeah,
I like him.
I like them too. Yep.
Yeah. Fire Dragon's gone. Good. You still got Vol to worry about, but that's only one, right?
Yeah. Sisters was a big issue for Grey Knights too,
Sure.
and now that Sisters took a bit of a hit, it's a little better.
Well, like some of them, sometimes like some of the lists are cutting the Rets, right? And Rets are the ones that can
Yeah.
kill a Dread Knight like just by looking at it, right?
Yeah, because Dread Knights are T8 and Melta
Which
Guns are
is rough.
Strength 9.
Let's go Mephitic Blight Haulers.
Yeah,
back.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so hilarious that they wound him on 2s. It's so
That's so
hilarious to
dumb.
me.
Yeah, I've lost a Dread Knight to single Mephitic activation
Oh.
a couple times.
100%.
Guaranteed. I had a game where the Nightbringer with his D3 shots. I was playing against Mac in the Team Alberta stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
practice for Team Alberta, I think it
Yeah, I
was.
think I was watching that.
He one shot, the Nightbringer one shot a Dread Knight, and I'm like, sorry.
I think we played a practice game, and I was going over the math, and I was like, "There's almost a 0% chance that happens. I'm not going to worry about it."
Yeah, you should not worry about it. It was hilarious though. But just on the theme of Dread Knights going down like a sack of hammers, it does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But then they'll also just live through an ungodly
True.
amount just by spiking 4-ups. You know,
There was
it's funny how that works.
I played Mac in a team tournament a while back, and I ran my Knights into him, and I threw a couple Warglaves at multiple of his Dread Knights, and it was just like, yep, 4 up. Oh, I failed one. Reroll into a 4-up, and I'm like, sick, man, cool.
Hey,
cool.
in that time, I know you would never do this, but you know, because they were running whatever that attachment was, where you can get the auto 6 and they have fly for the Nemesis.
That was
Dread
just
Knights.
index, yeah.
If you Overwatch that anti-flyer, that would have worked, hey?
No, because the Helverins only get anti-fly in my shooting phase.
Got it. Okay. I
That
thought
was
it'd
fun,
be
though.
a cool interaction.
That was fun,
Like,
though.
I actually might Overwatch that.
I mean, you're just wounding on 3s to 2s.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah, because it's
true.
strength 9.
Okay, disregard. Yeah, disregard.
It's still kind of good to just do it if you need to.
yeah, but I got you at 2s.
Yeah, Knights. We can talk to Knights for 2 seconds. Knights got fucking buffed, but like
You get 20
10
points.
at
Fucking
most
buffed.
20 points.
Yeah.
In the Spearhead list, which I did run to Worlds, but most lists went up went down 0 points or 10 points maybe.
Yeah.
Knights have not changed. Now, are Knights better because the super devastating Fire Dragon package isn't a thing anymore?
100%.
Yes, for sure.
And Ultramarines too. That was a big issue for you.
And Ultramarines, and honestly, the fucking Melta Sisters is a problem. Like, yeah, sure, they're like big time predators went down.
Delta's sisters still exist, though.
Right. They got nerfed. Like, there's less of them.
We'll figure it out.
I thought you said your list went up like 200 points.
120.
Okay, sorry, 120.
Goodbye, Sanctifiers. Bring in Meltas.
Right. So yeah, I don't.
It's the same shit, I guess.
We won't see Knights doing anything crazy. I think they'll still just be held down. Be like, there's not enough stuff on the board with them. Usually, you can run the Spearhead list and you'll have as much stuff as you reasonably can run, but it's just not there. We needed to see like 10 points off of both the Armigers, and then like the Defender drop by like 25 points, and like we need to see big points.
What are
numbers.
Armigers at now?
150 each.
What do you
Whoa.
think's a reasonable spot?
140 each? Fuck, you know what? It's been a minute since I played
Is
Knights.
it 130?
When they
should-
were really good, Helverins were 130 and Warglaves were 140.
The Helverins used to be 10 less for the longest time.
They used to be
am I
130.
Stupid. I'm gonna double check.
They were 130 for quite a while.
Sorry, 140. They're both at 140 right now.
Yeah.
They used to be. Yeah, there was the one was 10 points
They don't
less.
do 140 worth of anything.
No, not anymore.
They just don't.
Unless it's in that detachment and you've lined everything up perfectly.
Get all the
into
combos
ideal
right,
card.
and then
Yeah.
you roll the 6s. Like having a lot of experience with it at Worlds, you can do all the right things, and then they'll shoot and do nothing, and you're like, cool.
Yeah.
Like there was one I played into a really nice guy from Andorra. He was playing Necrons, and I had a Helverin with all the buffs: ignore cover, sustained, reroll ones. Shot into a Scorpec unit who is just T6, 3-up armor, 3 wounds each. Like
Yeah.
perfect. And I picked up like 1, and I'm like, sick. Cool. I just underswung a little bit. He over saved a little bit, and I was like, cool. Now I'm screwed. But so Knights won't be lighting up anything. We'll languish for a while until they give us proper points changes in 3 months, and then everybody can cry about Knights for a bit, and it'll be fine. Easy.
Yeah, there was a whole summer of Knights.
There was
being
like a
good.
whole like
Yeah.
3 months.
I got bad touched by Knights a few times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Actually, in that
at Hammer Time.
Kelowna. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was pre-Codex. Yeah, that makes
Hey,
sense.
you know what? I played him actually at Worlds.
Yeah, and you revenged me, I'm sure.
Did you get vengeance for poor David?
Yeah.
Poor Nolan.
I was doing it for David and not for myself.
He was really nice, though. We
Poor
drank with him at
David.
the bar after.
Yeah, he's
Oh, did you?
awesome.
There you go. Sick.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, why don't we get into questions?
Yeah, we do have a fair amount of questions.
There's quite a bit.
We've got a
and
fair
that
amount of
way
questions.
We can still be right on time. Oh yeah,
No, we're doing good.
we're doing great.
We're doing great.
Sometimes these questions we can ramble on them because they're complicated. Right?
There is complicated questions, and I want to give like the questions the time that they need. Right? If it's like a good question, I want to give it some time.
Yeah.
This is just a lot of Fraser talking in the podcast questions thread as he does.
I think we should boot him.
I will unironically ban Fraser from this thread if he speaks
He's in
again.
admin too.
Fraser,
So he can unban himself or something.
you're on the clock here, buddy. You're on.
Who
you're on
hired
notice.
that guy?
Who hired this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was me.
I think I have the front of the questions here. Okay, so there was some questions about Vitrix Guard, how to deal with them, what their problem is. I think we kind of covered that over pretty well, like
We can get into the nuances about it,
how to handle them.
specifically about their blood surge.
Yeah. Do you want to do this because you've had a little bit more recent experience?
Yeah.
Do it.
So it's the exact same. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same as the Berserker blood surge. So when you kill a model, it's not when you shoot them, it's when you kill a model, the unit gets to make a blood surge move. So they get to move, I believe it's just D6 on Victrix, towards as close as possible towards the closest enemy model, I believe. So when you shoot them, they kill something, they roll D6, and they can get in engagement range. So to be completely safe from them, you need to be 7 inches away because engagement range is 1 inch.
7.1.
Yep, 7.1. And when you kill a model, you have to be very sure that you've positioned correctly so that if they pull a model, there's not a new closest unit that they can blood surge towards to that might take away your line of sight. Because if you have planned it correctly and you're communicating with your opponent the entire time, I've put this unit here, so if this model dies and this model dies, it has to go towards this unit as close as possible, which means a lot of the time your opponent just won't bother rolling the blood surge because it might mean that they're exposed or you're getting a closer charge on them. So that's one way to deal with them. The other way is to fight them, to battle shock them.
Yeah.
Because they can't blood surge.
That's a big one. A lot of people don't know that one. If it actually works for Berserkers too. You cannot neither of them can blood surge when they are battle shocked. So super helpful.
Yeah, and I found if you apply some early pressure and get your opponent to start spending CP early, they're not going to have enough for a fight on death or a interrupt. So if you hit the flank where Giliman's not at to give you a free strat, then suddenly if they don't have a fight on death or interrupt, you can just dogpile them and they will die. They're just a 2-up save, no invul. And if they're spending on AOC, it means they don't have CP for a fight on death or interrupt.
Sure. Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Good.
Keeping an eye on their CP is like hugely important. Yeah, pulling them away from Giliman as well. Yeah, smart.
Is there ever a point to say they have a character attached to them, whatever one it is? Is there ever a point to precisioning them? Because don't they lose the -1 a wound?
Yeah, for sure.
They would.
Absolutely.
Yep. But they would only be for future activations, right? Not that activation, not the activation in which you precision them.
Totally.
But if you're charging with multiple things,
yeah,
100%. If you're charging with multiple units, 100%.
The Vect characters in most lists, so like just getting rid of that is really nice.
Sure.
And then,
for sure.
and then if you've killed like 3 bases and the character, then it's just 3 Vitrix Guard. And do you really care that much? Like, sure, it'll kill some stuff, but it's not gonna like. It's not that big a threat.
And one of them have the banner too. So if they pull wrong.
Yep. Yeah. Make sure they're pulling the right models because there's 2 important ones. There's the banner and then there's the sergeant that has the twin linked weapon. And so just, make sure you keep your opponent accountable that, they're pulling the right models because they might want to pull that model because of engagement reasons and, movement reasons.
And that's just a mistake on the opponent because, I set it up here, whatever. They just put it all willy-nilly, but that's actually the model they wanted to go in engagement with. And if that's the one they pull, you're not going to get your plus strength or plus attack.
Yep.
Right. And that's it. Yep. I always imagine I don't know if you guys played Space Marine 2, but at the end of the Crusade there, they pump down a banner to fight the Tzeentch demons.
Oh yeah.
That's like kind of like that. Like that's what that thing does.
Spoiler alert. God.
And then Calgar comes in and saves everybody.
Just kidding.
Then Calgar comes in and saves everybody.
Just walks with his info. This field on pain.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that makes perfect sense. How to deal with Victrix. Victrix? I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time.
And kill skirmish units too. Kill all their skirmish units, then they have to put Victrix on objective.
That's very fair. Yeah, that list is not cheap to run all that, so go kill everything else.
You got like 3 skirmish units in that whole list.
Yeah, I like it.
And one of them's a single character with an enhancement.
Sure.
which is probably the best single character enhancement.
I was gonna say that's the lieutenant combi weapon lieutenant guy who's like kind of
I
hard
was
to
thinking
kill.
the Gravis Captain with.
Oh
the,
sure,
yeah.
yeah, fair.
Well, they also have Lieutenant Combat.
So I guess they have two
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
That's
Two little
skirmish.
dudes running
No,
around.
you auto put him in your list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every
Time. Super good. Okay, next question from, I don't know who Disco is. There's a few names on the Discord. I've lost track of who's who. But anyway, Disco on the Discord asks, what is your favorite song to listen to before a GT and or match? What gets you pumped, boys? What are we listening to?
No.
No?
No, I listen. Fuck.
Is it K-pop Demon
It
Hunters?
is K-pop.
You didn't want to say it. I saw it. I saw it in your eyes.
I blasted that soundtrack, walked around the hotel. I walked to them, I guess they're CVS, so they're shoppers.
Yeah.
And, got my energy drink, walked back.
Gonna be golden.
Yeah. All
Copyright
of them,
strike
all 6
immediately.
Of them, all 6 of the good stuff.
You know more than I do. I know that song. And Lollipop or Bubblegum or what's the
Soda
song?
Pop,
Soda.
yeah.
Thank you.
Soda
That's the one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
shows you what I know.
It just got me going. So
I love that. I could read your soul on that one.
I know. I just don't want to say it, but it's out there now.
It's out there
No
now.
shame. No shame.
No, those are hype songs, man. I get that. Golden, that's the only one I know. Is super hype. Just pump
They're
that
not
one.
missing some Grammys. All right, we got some things going.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's cooking.
David, what are you cooking up before GT?
I used to just like listen to Metallica or like some heavy metal, but I just, I've gotten a little older, more mature. I listen to like some BJ, some Billy Joel
Oh,
before
okay.
going.
Very
Something
classy.
to just relax me, get me ready for a tournament.
Sure.
No.
Right. You need to get
not-
centered.
It's not like we're fighting people or anything. We're going to play board games. So
That's such a anti-world eaters answer.
I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's like
just
good to
gonna-
dissociate and get
just gonna chill
focused, right? And
yeah.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the time I don't listen to any music on the way up. I'll listen to like a podcast or whatever. But if I want to get pumped, it's honestly the song that comes to mind is, you guys ever listen to Manowar?
Yeah.
Old like Viking metal type stuff.
Yeah.
That's the chat, or I guess the audience might know Manowar and Rammstein and stuff like that. Just get super hyped.
I think it kind of depends on what army you're bringing too.
Oh sure, when I'm running knights, it's got to be Viking metal. That's hilarious. When you're running world eaters, you kind of have to get hyped. You can't listen to Billy
What
Joel.
was the song
You
that
can't listen to
we-
Billy Joel.
we were trying to hype up Jake because he was undefeated at Edmonton Open.
Oh yeah.
What was the song? It was Limp
We
Bizkit,
went to
wasn't it?
karaoke that night, yeah, and I sang Limp Bizkit, break stuff.
Oh, but that's because we just played around. We just played around.
and you had hurt my butt.
Just one of those days. Even singing karaoke, you can just
It
tell
was
the
good.
pain.
The pain was real.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sorry, do you have the questions up, David, or do you want to ask a question?
I don't know what order you're going
I
in.
am at Disco's question, the favorite song. It's on the December 9th, if that's helpful.
Oh, yes.
So now we're to Declan ZZ. Just before Fraser started junking up the chat again.
Oh, my gosh. There's so much Fraser
That's what I'm saying, right? It's not easy.
Okay. When have you during a match said, F it, we ball, and did the biggest risk, highest reward play? I had a
Those moments
match
come to
yesterday
mind.
that
Yep.
was like that. And it was kind of like, do I put 400 points in this pocket? I was playing Grey Knights and kill... do I put 450 points and kill 400 points worth of stuff? Maybe. And then he likely kills all that back. And I deliberated for about 10 minutes, like thinking, what should I do? And sometimes you just have to apply pressure and say, fuck it. Just apply pressure. Be the first person to charge. One of my friends is getting Art of War coaching, and some good advice he received was be the first person to apply pressure and make your opponent be reactive. Don't be reactive, especially when you have an opportunity to, set the tempo of the game.
Sure. That makes perfect sense.
100%. I think in most cases, the person who hits first usually wins. Right?
It obviously has to be a calculated
Sure.
attack for sure. But yeah, I think again, I just kind of think of playing knights. I don't think of a moment that sticks out, but a lot of the times when you're running 3-4 big knights, especially in like the team events, like I think back to like the World Western Team Championships that we played and won our golden ticket, especially in a team's atmosphere, I ideally have a fairly okay matchup to a decent matchup. And with Knights, where it's kind of like all or nothing, you never want to drip feed stuff. If I'm showing you one Knight, I'm showing you 3 big Knights.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how you have to play that.
When they could split fire, the dice could go one way, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah. Because then the opponent's sitting. Okay, I have 3 enormous problems to deal with. One's got a 4-up invulnerable, but I can charge it. One is further away, but I can't charge it. Right. So they have to figure out to the point of you're the one applying pressure. They have to answer the question, and if they don't answer it perfectly, or they don't spike, or they don't get the good dice that they need, then you're in such a good position, right?
And I think there's a lot of scenarios too. Like, say you are about to drip feed because like this is the play, this is the right play to do, and then like, do I go after this thing? Okay, maybe. Okay, well, if I'm going after these 2 things, go with all 3.
Go. Yeah.
And like, all right, now you commit to the bit. Like, all right, here you go. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
If you can solve it, you can solve it, and then that's where we're at.
Yeah, if your opponent can solve 1 or 2 problems, or they can't solve 2 problems, why not present a 3rd problem?
Yeah,
to
give them 6 problems.
Yeah, if they can only solve 2, give them 3.
Yeah.
Right,
for
and
sure.
that one can clean up the rest.
Yeah, and then
right.
you're staged to give them even more problems the next turn. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a specific instance where that happened. That's kind of like every game with Knights. Actually, that GT where I went the RTT I went 1-1-1. I charged with my Lancer. I charged Gazgul Thraka's unit on turn 1 to precision him and didn't get it, and I was like, oh shit. And then I got punched in the mouth.
Wow.
So that was my last memory of whiffing a fucking balls out maneuver.
Yeah, I don't do.
You don't do balls out. Cass
I
keeps
don't
his
know.
balls
I keep
inside
my balls
where they belong.
inside a rhino where they're safe.
Like a gentleman.
yeah,
That's what he calls his underwear.
I mean, there's some times where like, you know what, we're already here. Like, there's a lot of times when I'll apply pressure. Like, all right, like I said, I'll commit to the bet. Okay, if I'm showing you more of invol, I'm going to show you the rest. Right? There's lots of times I do that. It just, you have to kind of associate where you are in the game. Like, is it time to attack? Is it your go turn? And that's one of the times.
yeah, and you'll figure that out when you accumulate more game knowledge and experience.
Definitely. That's a
It
thing
just
that
becomes second nature.
that's the thing that takes practice, but eventually does become second nature. Yeah, for sure.
And it takes time too, like in the actual game. Like, don't be afraid to just sit in your movement phase for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Because that's going to pay dividends.
100%. Yeah, once you have that game knowledge and you're like, oh, you've limit tested your units 100 times into 100 different things, you know how much you have a range, like a range band of how much I need to solve this problem with. Yeah, sit there and think with it. Do I need to overcommit here? Is this enough? Do I need to do less?
What's my opponent going to do
What's my
after
opponent
I
going to do in
this?
response? 100%. Yeah, what do I have to counter his counter? That kind of stuff, right? That's the stuff you think in that 10 minutes. Yeah, for sure. Cool. We had a question from Sarah, asks again, Vitrix Guard related, but we will get to it here. How excited are you to play against 18 Vitrix Guard in every Marine list?
I think we're going to see it.
I don't think we'll see 18 for sure, and we've kind of talked about how we're going to deal with it, I suppose, to a certain degree. What is our favorite not Vitrix Guard proxy? Oh, that's a good question. That's just like Tony's entire army is just Marine proxies.
I do like that show.
Oh yeah, just fucking beefy dudes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe some like satin iron Terminators. That would look pretty cool.
Oh, they're huge though. Aren't they like massive
Are
models?
they on the same 40 mil base?
Are they really? I thought they were like way bigger than that.
I think the Terminators aren't, and then there's like satin iron like
Gotcha.
dreadnoughts.
Maybe I'm
and
thinking
then
of the bigger
there's-
ones. Sure.
Those do look cool.
They look
Question.
like from Fifth Element.
Yeah, I know exactly. The at the end, spoiler alert, the actual like robots at the end. Yeah. Spoiler alert for a 20-year-old movie or something like that. Had a question from Graham. Thoughts on the change to Host of Deceit being the new go-to T-Suns detachment, and how many birds is too many birds? We kind of touched on T-Suns a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know enough about.
I don't know either, unfortunately.
about that
Sorry, Graham.
detachment, but Kairos shooting no line of sight, rerolling hits with extra AP. That's not limited to that detachment, is it?
That's a good question. I think the indirect shooting is in only one detachment.
Well, even if it wasn't, that's all you need.
Yeah, he's just good. Period.
So good.
It's just some chatter online too that is LOCs like spamming them the right way, or is it like it's Forge Fiends at 130?
Forged Fiends at 130, but like just normal Forged Fiends, like not like what do T-Suns get on? What do they get on their Forged Fiends? Anything good? Like it's not like the World Eaters Forged Fiends are devastating with
I
an
played
18.
against Brandon at the last tournament. He's running 2. They're just good. They get extra AP.
Yeah, they're just
you know,
consistent.
you
They're
can
not
give
crazy.
them the reroll hits and the extra
Well,
AP
they
from
benefit
the
from
Cabal.
the sorcerers things, like the Twisted
Yeah.
Fates and the rerolls, and then you get
Oh,
blast.
sure, of course, yeah.
I think you actually take
they
the
hit on
Gatlings on the T-Suns.
Oh yeah, sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your
I
special
don't think
rule?
like to answer the kind of question like how much is 2 birds. I think like 2 and Kairos is crazy good.
Otherwise, you just have too many points. You have too much kill, right?
they suppress.
Oh yeah, it's
right,
forever
right.
suppressed.
Which is actually like oddly good.
Let's just kill the thing. We don't
When
wanna
I
suppress
played
the
him,
thing.
it came up quite a lot.
Well,
Sure.
it's good because you're playing in an elite army that you have to have all the durability for your elite units that actually aren't that durable.
And so Brandon was running 2 Gatling cannons and then the mouth plasma. And so he'd split fire it and be like, okay, I'm going to, because it's 3 guns. So he'd be like, I'm going to just shoot the mouth gun at that because it's not that much damage. And now that unit is
That's
suppressed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think you want to just kill the thing you're shooting at rather than suppress it.
They're
But
130 points.
But they
so
do.
but 130 points is a fantastic
do
price.
kill.
Fantastic price.
That's
Fair. Very fair.
cheaper than what are your stupid things, Halverns or?
Yep.
The Helverns do suppress now. The problem is
But they're 140.
They are 140.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. And we only have 2 guns.
And they have a 5 invul all the time. These Forge Fiends. Just in shooting.
Not just in shooting. That's right. Got a question from
And
Mr.
they're T10.
James. Oh, they are 10. Yeah, fucking this helps. Our archers just suck. They're so bad now. James D asks, "What's the biggest underdog army currently in the meta, and what will be the predictions for what's to come for that? I guess for that underdog army."
It's interesting.
That's a good question. Underdog as in not expected to perform but could do good. That's a good question.
Orks.
I was no joke. I was gonna say Orks. Orks got no love, but the problem is they're just kind of outclassed by other melee factions. They're like everybody's a little bit faster, hits a little bit harder.
But aren't they an army that can like
Just
play
flood-
every type of game?
Yeah, kind of.
Like they have shooting profiles.
Aeldari did suppress them quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I don't know if you want to go toe to toe with like a not bully boys, but like if you were to do like a horde or orc thing, I think that could be troublesome for a lot of
Like
for a lot of
Warhorde?
factions. Not like a green tide almost. I don't know if you play it in the green tide, but go like a mass bodies war horde.
I mean that
Just go
that
wide,
actually
wide horde.
has always been a good list.
Has always been good. Right, exactly,
Yeah.
sure. And now that Gazgul can join a big boys squad, it's got some more hitting power.
You
and
know
stuff.
that tech, hey, with the mech?
The tech with the mech, what's that?
So you go Gascall, 20 boys mech, and it essentially gives them fly.
What?
And they can move through models. They just can't land in engagement range. It's freaking nuts. And they just move, I think, like 21 inches
big
or
mech.
something.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it's cool. So that's the tech. It's like this like mech body or whatever.
Who else is underdogs right now? That's a tough one.
And they do like in Warhorde, they just do obviously insane damage. in
Yeah,
Warhorde,
just
right?
roll
'Cause
sixes, go crazy.
You go Watch Twice.
No, Wa Twice is bully boys.
Oh, right.
Warhorde is just like sustained on always, basically.
Right. That's what it is. Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
I think sorry, James had more questions. Do you see James' other questions?
No, but to answer that,
The underdog. Gotcha.
I don't know if T-Suns is,
Oh,
but I think
underdog,
T-Suns is going to be probably the meta issue. for
Scintillating
the
Legion.
next
That's our
level.
underdog. That's our underdog to pick right there. Demons.
I think they're the best army in the game, so I don't know if that makes them an underdog. But
They're
I thought T-Sens were good before
they're
this site.
currently not the best army in the game. They have to make a come up now, right? This
Sure.
is
Sure,
their time to shine.
Yep.
Like T-Sens were great before the slate because the meta forced, like with Fire Dragons and stuff, forced like less, or I guess like more bodies, but like weaker damage on, the relative meta. So then
Right.
the Terminators just got like their stonk just went way up. And now you're running these two
Right.
10-man bricks of Terminators that have -1 to wound always. And just they're extremely tough. And they do an insane amount of damage. And then now like you're never moving them. So like the meta just shifted into T-Suns are actually good. And like
Yes.
even having Magnus builds are good too. Because Magnus is a good trade piece in a lot of cases. He'll take out 3 things before he dies.
Sure.
At least if he gets to activate 4 times, you've just won the game.
Just kills the whole thing. James D had actually a couple questions. So the next one he asked was, how do you think Space Marines will do in the upcoming meta? What units are looking hot for Space Marines right now? Kind of answered that. I think they'll be the top of the meta, if not like the best army in the game.
I think A tier. If they were S tier before, I think they're going to be A tier.
Sure. Like definitely the top 5 without a doubt.
I like to do a little bit more research on Blood Angels and see
where they're
all
at.
the
Yeah.
hype.
What are good units for them?
The
Victrix are
Death
obviously
Company,
great. Death
that
Company's good.
detachment favors Death Company.
Of course. Yeah,
And,
for sure.
Which Blood Angels love, right? Like
Yeah. And you can battle shock them, like with strats.
Yep.
And then they get 2 extra attacks.
Yeah, whatever it is. A bunch of stuff gets buffed up.
It's a lot of damage. Like, sure, you need stuff to play the mission, but if you need to go kill something,
fine, yeah.
there's a unit that gets now, I want to say, like 60 chain swords attacks and like a lot of 2 damage, like Eviscerator, Power Sword attacks. And you have Astrath. He gives the entire unit dev wounds.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that unit, I think, might be one of the highest damage units in the game now.
Sure.
And it's not that expensive.
And like, not to mention this, the Sanguine Guard too got like a little bit of buff last out of slate.
Yeah, hitting on 2s.
The other
Yeah.
2s
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less reliant on both.
I don't even think you take them.
Really?
Yeah.
Even as your like midfield like brawly type thing, like not your charge unit like the death.
You might have like
Death
Terminators with the character with the fights
Death
first
Company.
Company.
enhancement.
That's the one. It's death everything. I can't keep track.
Like there's lots of good stuff. Like you might take a Terminator with the fights first enhancement that could rapid ingress and heroic.
Jesus.
And
All the things.
and make your and then get extra attacks and there's lots of stuff. There's actually quite a few options. And then you'll probably take a couple of Vindicators or some other shooting units. Maybe not Vindicators, but something like
Vindicators
Lancer.
are bums.
Yeah, I don't
Vindicators are
know.
Fucking good.
Maybe not. Maybe you just take pure melee pressure. That would
And just
probably
go
be
for
good
it.
too.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. James's last question was, is it worth running the old school aggressor blob with the Biologist again? Or do the new Vitrix blobs still look to be the best choice for melee focused Space Marine army? I'm not going to lie, I don't know what aggressors even do. That's Space Marine bullshit, and I don't do that shit.
The biologist gave him like sustained crits on 5s.
Okay.
Just sustained lethal 5.
And aggressors
Gladius, you can get an extra AP and ignore cover, but at the end of the day, it's just like Bolter, strength 4, AP 0-1 damage, and then they get 3 attacks each, which are like strength 8, 8-2-2 twin linked.
Yeah, they're all
which is
That
fine.
sounds
they're all
fucking
like
good.
power fist.
But they don't have an
Power Fist, yeah.
invol. It's an expensive package. I don't think it's worth it.
Or Victrix just fit that spot better.
Yeah, you could bring it, and it would be fine, but I don't think it's optimal.
If it's not a lot cheaper than Victrix, then it doesn't sound like it's worth.
Isn't the Vitrix Guard too? They also have the mastercrafted pistols. So
Yeah,
they
they
also
have-
do 2 damage, right?
They have 12 shots at
Yeah,
4-1-2 or 5-1-2 or something like that.
See, that's already great. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Um,
And the pistols, so they shoot combat.
sorry, James quadruple dipped. He has one more quick question.
okay.
We appreciate the engagement.
appreciate
Get your
you,
questions in there, James. If this is your time to shine, you give me 4 Space Marine questions. I know Space Marines. Watch. Also, with the changes to assault Terminators, are Terminators back in the spotlight in some competitive lists like Blood Angels?
Yes,
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
So 5 of them with the lightning claws, not even charging, get 40 attacks at like at 5-2-2 twin linked.
5-2. Really?
It's something.
I didn't know they
like
were
that.
2 damage.
And you can rapid ingress them, and they have fights first.
They're not 2 damage, are they? That's
Oh,
one.
no,
with
it's
the
1
captain.
damage. They're 1
Okay,
damage.
so 5-2-1 then. I think.
5-2-1, but
Yeah,
it's 40
sure.
attacks. Twin
Still,
linked.
yeah.
It's a lot, and it's gross. I quite like that package. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you heroic intervene them, that's 50 attacks.
Wild.
Right?
Right, on the
Does he have
charge,
plus on
right?
the charge, yeah.
Sure. Okay, so James, you're onto something. Assault Terminators. Dave
How
stands
many
it.
points is a 5-man?
Less than 200 with a character. I want to say like maybe 280 with the enhancement, maybe 300. But it's a good package.
And the enhancement is the rapid ingress on 1.
No, the enhancements fights first.
It's a Terminator Assault Squad.
That's really good.
Is that what it's called? Terminator Assault Squad.
Oh, you get a
is-
free ingress because they're
They have the
Space Marine
teleport,
Terminators.
teleport homer thingy.
Yeah. So really, it's a 1 CP combo.
Assault Terminators. A 5-man is 180. 9-man, or sorry, 10-man, right? With a sergeant is 360. So it's not cheap, but a 180 is not
You
bad.
just take a 5-man.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Yeah, 10-man's overkill. Like, what are you gonna?
Yeah, 100%. For 180, yeah, that's actually pretty fucking juicy. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the questions, James. Much appreciated. We got one more question from Declan, who asks, within, in his opinion, a very balanced data slate, i.e. most factions got nerfs and buffs, or a mixture of the top three, Sorry, get to the question. With Eldar getting hit the most, what do we think will be the new top three? Good question. Space Marines. For my votes, top three is Space Marines. AdMech will still be top three, and that's a tough one. That third one's tough for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's a good question because it's hard to answer.
Yeah, the meta is still very much up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Tau is still insane in the right hands.
I'm surprised Tau didn't perform a lot better.
I know, but if you've played against 3 Riptides and 15 Rampagers, you will scratch your head trying to figure out
That's
that
what
problem.
I'm saying. How did they not just dominate the meta for the past 3 months?
I don't know. I ask Matt that all the time. He's like, oh, they're not good.
I can't kill things.
Yeah, who's taking that first spot
I
right
think the third one, I agree with you. I think the third one's actually Imperial Guard.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, we forgot about the Grizzled Company. We didn't talk about Grizzled Company. That's a fantastic detachment.
And do you know what's so great? It's just like it's an all around.
Yeah,
so you can play whatever you want.
Yep.
It's better combined arms, without a doubt.
Yep.
Yeah.
And probably Scintillating Legion is probably my top pick.
Sure.
I could, yeah. Space Marines, Scintillating Legion, Guard, and
maybe Tau is like a weird fifth place.
Yeah, Tau somewhere. Yeah.
But
those are the ones I see in top.
Yeah,
for sure.
Declan suggests that he thinks Sisters will still be up there, AdMech, and then he doesn't know the number 3. But yeah, I think that's right. We think Space Marines, AdMech, Scintillating Guard. I think that's somewhere about right.
And like right. AdMech and Sisters are still probably A tier.
And then Sisters could be in that fifth spot for sure.
They're still there. I don't think they suffer too much, which is good because it just balances the meta. Because in essence, Sisters is actually just a counter army.
Sure.
It just counters the meta, and it can evolve,
flex
and
into
change.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, there's obviously terrible matchups like AdMech, which is just it's horrendous.
Yeah. It is, but even with the nerfs to AdMech points, does anybody have a good matchup in AdMech?
Yeah,
tons of stuff has a good matchup.
I say even Ultramarines or even World Leaders. Any melee pressure armies is really good into them.
Fair,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just super fast melee pressure, yeah.
There's tons.
All right, fair enough.
Eldar probably are fine too. Harlequins,
we'll see.
Fine with them too. Because you can go in, shoot, boom, hide, and then they can't get to you.
That is the play. Early, you're just skirmishing super effectively, and
you
then
can skirmish them.
make them pull out good stuff, and then whack some good stuff. Yeah,
Orks are pretty good into them too.
Sure.
So.
Orks for our maybe underdog.
Yeah.
We did have one more question. Again, thanks for the question, guys. From Disco, who we kind of touched, but just to address it. Based off the slate and popular armies, what do you expect to see in meta trends? And he was more talking broadly as in like an army archetype. So do we think we'll see a lot of skirmishers, elite infantry, horde, big monsters, vehicles, etc.? Do we think we have a read on the types of armies that we'll see succeed?
Elite.
I think it's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the Adam Green camp, and it's still gonna be the same, like
Whole
2
span.
vehicles, 1 hammer unit, a bunch of skirmish units, some supporting characters. Like I don't think the list structure is really gonna change.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at Scintillating Legion, you have like the 2 Lords of Change, the Demon Prince, Kairos, and then all skirmishing units. Guard, it's probably the same thing. It's like 2 Rogel Dorns, a bunch of other crap.
Bulgrins, actually.
Bulgrin.
Night Lords.
Yeah, do you actually? I think that's a really fun detachment. Do you think that detachment is going to do anything in the competitive meta?
I do.
You do, hey? Isn't it
Interesting.
just like if your opponent can roll like 4 7-ups in a row, then your army just turns off?
Well, I mean, how many can you make?
That's the whole question. Yeah.
And you can just run ACDCs to stall out the game.
Doesn't it still rely on Battle Shock though?
Yeah, a lot of it
To
does.
do more damage. It does okay damage and then more damage.
Sure.
You kind of need the battle shocks.
But the
to really
ACDC
pop.
can help.
Yeah, sure.
Because the ACDCs will just like clog up the board and take up the time.
What's
and then now
that?
you're rolling.
The accursed cultist.
Gotcha.
And Dark Human.
Dark Commune. Yeah.
Cumin the
Dark
spice.
Cumin.
Dark
Yeah, this
cumin.
cumin's a little dark.
Yeah. Salt and pepper, baby.
Thank you once again, everybody, for all your questions in the Discord. We really appreciate it. It helps us kind of
cut off.
no more cumin for Cass.
No more cumin. Dark Commune.
I think that's probably a wrap on the episode, you guys. I think
so.
we've got a really interesting meta ahead of us. It is by no means solved. I think we slept on Guard when we were first talking about it. I think Guard is going to be a big scary one. I'm hoping the return of indirect doesn't happen, but they've got some indirect that might hurt. So anytime Guard gets good, I'm worried about indirect.
You better hope Harlequin stay bad.
Just always be in boats. Never don't be in a boat. Always be in a boat.
Indirect.
But I friggin' what was the other one? What's the indirect space marine nonsense? The
Devastator Squad.
The Devastators. If people start running Devastator squads, I'm hosed.
Guard.
My boats will not save me. That's what I'm saying. Guard or Devastators. But I think that's it.
Plague Burst Crawlers are coming back.
PBCs. No, probably not.
Nah. Exorcist. No, they were worse.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this lovely episode of Bloodbath Tactics. We forgot to do a sponsorship spot for a second, but please, you guys, get down into the description.
Yep.
You will see a discount code for our good friends at Tree of Tales. If you have watched to the end of the episode, you are the real ones. You are the ones that could benefit from this beautiful battle box that we all have at this point.
It's nice.
It's fantastic. Yeah. It is a fully printed box. You can customize color. You can customize the emblem on top. You can customize the box itself. You can customize how you want your dice being held in the box.
Yep.
You can customize everything. They have tokens. Actually, they have an amazing set of Imperial Knights for those Imperial Knights players out there.
It's all magnetized too.
It's all magnetized. They have Imperial Knights tokens. They have all kinds of stuff. Go in the description. Get your discount code, which is
10%.
10%. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Go check it out. We were talking about it before we started filming. I've been seeing their ads everywhere pop on Facebook.
Yeah, they count it.
So I hope they're doing well. Love Tree of Tales. Go check those guys out. I think that's it for sponsorship.
Fenris Workshop.
Fenris Workshop.
Yep.
Never forget about Fenris. What's going on with Fenris?
They're a store based out of Montreal. They've been
Right.
big supporters of ours from the beginning. We do have a discount code right down below. They have an online store that has almost every model range. They also have a huge paint range as well.
That's true. Yeah, you got all the
I like
paints.
it for the paints because I mostly have the models I need, so it's a lot easier. Those guys are great. They're a lot of fun. They sponsor a lot of tournaments out here in Calgary too, so
True.
we always want to give them a big shout out.
Love us some Fenris Workshop.
Yeah, and then we have
David,
also.
you got any shout outs for anybody?
Isn't there like some dice that you use?
Oh yeah, my cooked dice are from the one dice company we use that are called Baron of Dice.
There we go.
They're good dice. They roll good sometimes and not good the other times. So it all balances out.
Yeah, like there's once you start playing with Baron of Dice, you kind of don't play with anything else anymore. You're like, I'm done. Yeah, check out the description for our discount code, which is Blood Dice 5. Had a boy, David. Get your orders in. Go check them out.
And another piece of advice: if you are ordering, group with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Right, save that shipping cost.
Shipping could be.
Let me know. I want some Grey Knight dice. So
yeah, hit us up. We
Yeah,
want
hit us
more
up.
dice. Actually, I think if you're like a first time buyer, they also like cover shipping or something like that. So go check it out. Blood Dice 5 for 5% off, and then all the good stuff from Baron of Dice.
Awesome, guys.
Cool.
Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know in the comments who you think the top 3 will be in this coming meta, because it is up in the air. It's anybody's game now. The cream will rise to the top and the chaff will fall. And hopefully we're on the cream.
Yeah.
Guys, let's get creamed.
Okay.
All right, guys. Never forget to get in the comments. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Bloodbath Tactics.
Bye.
See ya.